What's up, y'all? Welcome to my channel, Chillinwithlanda. If this y'all first time here, then honey, thank you for clicking on my channel. Everything counts. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave any comment down below because that's how we talk around here. And hype your girl up. That's gonna help my channel grow tremendously. But if you already a part of the crew, you know what time it is. It's time for another story time, and yeah. I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with a party line, but that was life back then. I have so many stories to tell about the party line, but I'm gonna tell y'all this story here with me and my god sister. Let's go ahead and get into the story. First of all, do y'all like my hair? Yes, thank you. I even tried to get my edges together and everything. I think I did a good job, but my curls has fallen, y'all. They fell. I'm not really familiar on how to do my curls, but I'm gonna get it together. I'm gonna buy a curling iron and I'm gonna get it together. But y'all think it's cute. I love it. It's different. Thank you in advance for the compliment. So y'all, Miami Zoo, Miami Zoo. I am not familiar with how far this party line went, like if it was in different states, but I just know it was a Miami thing. It was called the Miami Zoo. It was a party line, child, way back when. Like I'm talking about, I remember it starting when I was in like fourth grade. I'm talking about 04, 05, 06. Of course I wasn't on it when I was in fourth grade, but let's just say 06, 07, 08 when I was in middle school, I was on it heavy. If you haven't been on the party line, you have not lived. You have missed out on life, child. It was the thing back then. And like I said, it was called the Miami Zoo. So this story time took place some while ago. I was a teenager, like 13, 14 years old, 15 years old. And my god sister's same situation. So, y'all, those were the days. Okay, let's pop it off. So, the party line, like I said, it started in 04 or whatever, maybe even 03. But by the time me and my family or my little friends, whatever, was getting on it, it was like 06, 07, 08 ish. I was in like the 6th, 7th, 8th grade or whatever. It was the summertime. I have a god sister named Robin, and I have a story time about her with the crazy ex neighbor. He used to talk to her because she have a big, big booty, right? Her, my god sister, she would come to my house during the summertime all the time. Like every year, she would be spending like 2, 3, maybe even a month at my house during the summertime. That was just our thing because we were the same age. We was girls, you know. I didn't have many siblings, so Robin would come to my house all the time. And if you guys are familiar with my stories, I stayed with my dad, aka Pop, and Pop had a girlfriend named Miss Mary who stayed right across the avenue, and he would be at Miss Mary's house all the time until she stayed with us later in life, you know. So it's summertime. I want to say I was in like 8th grade because I was like 14 going on 15. Same thing with Robin. We at the house, we bored. Pop would get up early in the morning. I'm talking about early, 8, 9 o'clock, and go be with Miss Mary. And they would be hanging out all day. And what me and Robin would do, as soon as we seen Pop hit that corner, as soon as we seen him hit that corner, my dad is old school. Even till this day, he has a house phone. So you know he did back then, right? And he had two. It was one in my room and one in his room. Soon as we seen Pop hit that corner, I would go in my dad's room and Robin would stay in my room and we would what? Call the Miami Zoo. Call the party line because the party line was life. Yes. So for those of y'all who is not familiar with the party line, I'm gonna just give y'all a little rundown. You call this number and you get to talk to different people. Now, the party line, we didn't have no pictures. We didn't have, I mean, even if you like exchange numbers with somebody, sending pictures, it probably was gonna be grainy. You know, the little phones we had back then, the image probably was gonna be messed up. So we didn't have much video or nothing when I was like that young. But I want to say we all went by voices on the party line. If you sound fine, you was a go, right? So we would call the party line and we would go in the chat room. Those of y'all who know, they had like a public chat rooms, probably like 20 or 30 rooms. You can go to each one of them, and each room somebody would be DJing. It would be a party. Another room, it'll be some people arguing in there. Another room, and they just, I don't know, they just be talking freaky in one room. It was just every room was something different. You could just keep going to room, different rooms or whatever. Now, if you in this room and you talking to somebody and y'all have a little connection and y'all thought each other voices, because that's all we could go by. go by was your voice, and y'all digging each other's voice. Y'all had a little pen, right? And I tell me how I remember all of this, because me and my friends and Robin was talking about this, like, and it brought so many memories, y'all. So if you in a chat room and you digging somebody's voice or whatever, and he sound fine, you be like, yo, you want to go private? And he'll be like, yeah. And you just give him your pen or whatever, and it'll put y'all private. Yeah, that was the days, y'all. Also, used to have mailboxes. Yes, everybody would have a choice to set up a mailbox. And I had a little mailbox, but I barely used it, because every time I got on, it was just some weird messages from people that it was a lot. So you could set up the mailboxes or whatever. Anyway, y'all, the chat room, the party line was it. We used to be on the party line from 8 a.m. to Pop left until he got home that night. Me and Robin used to be on that party line, just on that line, just on there talking. And y'all, don't judge me. I forgot my little nickname I had on there, but I remember I used to lie to these people and tell them I was a girl football player for the little local park we have down here. Child, I told these people I played football, and they ate it up. They ate it up. They ate it up. That's why I did it, because it was attention. I used to be all in the chat room, line girl. Talk about, yeah, I'm the only girl on the park, play football, and I had a touchdown last game. And these people in the chat room, they used to believe me. Just dumb. Chat, the party line was life, is what I'm trying to say. Anybody familiar with the old party line, leave y'all comments down below and let me know that I ain't the only one, right? So we doing this every single day, me and Robin. This is our thing. This is our hobby. Like I said, I'm in Pop room. She's in my room, just to give each other privacy, She want to talk and I want to talk in private or whatever. So this is what we would do all day. The public rooms was my thing. I used to love to go into the rooms, y'all, and just be messing with people, trolling people. I just used to love to go from room to room to room. I eventually got a connection with this guy. We were in the chat room, and he sounds so fine. He sounds so fine. I don't know, his voice was just so deep. He sounds so romantical. He just sounds so sweet. Every time I would go in a specific chat room, he would be in there, and he would always recognize my voice. So it was kind of like he my Prince Charming. Every time I go into this room, he was there waiting for me. Or if I left to go to other rooms, he would follow me, y'all. So I'm going to name this guy Pee-wee. I'm going to just name him Pee-wee, because that's my cousin name who just left my house, right? So I'm going to name this guy Pee-wee. Pee-wee sound fine. He would always, like, I never gave him my phone number. Now, mind you, I did have a little cell phone, a little Nokia, but I didn't give him my phone number. I always was smart enough to not give my phone number out on there, just because I just didn't get my little cell phone number out. So he would leave me voice messages on my voicemail on the party line. Like I told you, you could set up your little voicemail. He would leave me voice messages with his number all the time. And he was like attached to me. Now, eventually I called his number, y'all. Eventually I called this number because I just called this number, and me and Pee, we was cool. He was cool. The conversation was nice. We talked a lot. Not too much privately, because I was addicted to the party line. So I would talk to Pee-wee for maybe an hour, and I was back on the party line because I want to go joke and lie and talk about I was a football player and stuff like that. So I would only talk to him for an hour, and I was back on the party line. Now, Robin, she would do the same thing. She eventually got a connection with this guy. We're going to call him Treetop. I don't know. I'm going to call him Treetop because he was so tall. So eventually Robin got, in an infatuation with this guy named Treetop. And they started kicking it off, and they would like talk all the time. Now, she would talk to Treetop a little more personally than on the party line than I did, with my little love interest. But that was the dynamic. Me and Robin would be on the party line all day. Do y'all get my drift? We would just be on the party line all day. You feel me? It was so fun. Now, because we were teenagers, we did know better. We was not like on the phone with these guys personally, like on the house phone. We would just talk to them on the party line a lot. We never tried to meet up with them because we just knew better. I don't know, we just knew better. I never was in a rush to meet I was never in a rush to like meet anybody that I talked to on the party line. even Pee Wee. He would always try to like meet me or try to meet up or try to get us to go to the park. It was always the park with these guys. Wow. Why is the park always the meetup spot? But they would always try to get me and Robin to meet up with them, and we was just like, no, we're not gonna do it. Meet us on the party line. We could talk that way. You feel me? Pee Wee started to get a little angry with me. He started getting a little angry with me because he was like, "What are you, a little girl?" Now, mind y'all, Pee Wee was around the same age as I was. Right? So I was like 14 years old, and I told him that it's the party line. Y'all, the party line, it was absolutely no reason to lie about your age on the party line unless you was just a lying person. It was really no reason to lie on the party line. It was everybody on the party line. It was teenagers, and everybody had their place on the party line. We really wasn't supposed to be on the party line, but we all was on the party line. So what I'm trying to say is, I really had no reason to lie to Pee Wee. Hey, I'm 14 going on 15. Okay, you 15, you 16, you going on 16, you playing football at the school. This was the dynamic Pee Wee told me. You know, he's 15, turning 16. He played football. He would send me like little pictures to my little Nokia. Like I said, it was very grainy. But I could see him in a little uniform, little football uniform, whatever. So he would always try to meet me, and I would always push him away. So I did, you know, me and Robin, we tried to like, we would gaslight them. I'm not gonna lie. Robin had her little treetop boyfriend, and he was the same way. The same situation with her. He was supposed to be around the same age as us. He was supposed to be around the same age as us. These boys claimed to play football. And of course, I was lying. I said I played football. So it made Pee Wee like me even more. But they always would try to meet us, right? And we gaslit them. I ain't gonna lie, we ghosted them a couple times. We did, y'all. We ghosted them a lot. We really did ghosted them because one time, right? So Pee Wee was like, it's gonna be Friday, you know what I'm saying? We ain't got school with the weekend, so do y'all wanna meet or whatever? So I was like, yeah, but you know I got my god sister Robin here. He was like, oh, that's fine. Like I got a homeboy or whatever. I was like, I don't really think she wanna talk to your homeboy because she already have a love interest tree top or whatever. He was like, cool, you know, whatever. But let's meet. So I told Robin, I was like, Robin, like, people getting mad. Like, he just tired of talking on the phone. He really want to meet. So she was like, all right, let's meet him. I was like, girl, hell no. My daddy is old school and crazy. So I was like, I'm just going to lie to him. I don't know what in my little 15-year-old brain was just like, lie. So, Chad, I set up this whole plan with Pee Wee one time, and like I told y'all before, for those of you who don't know, the Metro Rail, the train station was just like 4 blocks from my dad's house. Like you can hear the train every morning. And I told him, you know, I'm gonna meet you at this train station at this time, and we're gonna ride down south to the movie theater. We just gonna hang out and we're gonna chill. Knowing that I wasn't gonna meet this guy, I was just dodging him. So that Friday came, and of course 7 whatever time I told him came and I wasn't there, he would blow me up and I would just cut my phone off. Now back then on that little Nokia, I don't know about a block button, but I knew I cut that phone off. That was my blocking. So I was dead wrong, y'all. I take responsibility for that. But I gaslit him at least 2 times. Same thing with Robin. Now let's just say Robin was a little more open than I was to meeting Treetop. Like I gaslit Pee Wee, but Robin was she really wanted to meet Treetop. Like she was this close to inviting Treetop to my daddy's house, and I was just like, girl, my daddy can pop up, you know. So that plan really didn't work out, but she was really like more open to having Treetop coming to my house. Let's get to it. So like a year go by, y'all. A year go by. We still on the party line all the time. We on the party line addicted. We on there all day, every day. I'm still, even though I'm talking to Pee Wee and, you know, I'm 15, y'all. I wasn't trying to I never even seen him in person. I didn't consider him my man. But me and Robin was still on the party line. Like, that was last summer. Another summer has come. And we still on the party line, rocking it out, still having fun. I'm still lying, talking about I play football at the park. I don't know why I was doing that. I really don't know why. Maybe it was the attention. Maybe it was the attention I was getting. The people thought that I was really playing football. I don't know why I was telling the people I was playing football, y'all. But we were still on there having fun, meeting people, like, you know, just talking to people, meeting people, just having a good time on there. But eventually, like I said, it's about time to meet Pee Wee and Treetop because they're getting very anxious. All we do is talk to them on our little Nokias, text them on our little Nokias. They're getting very tired of that. So I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? I pretty much have Pop routine down pack. He gets up, he's old. He gets up like 6 a.m. He eats a little breakfast, read his newspaper, take the dog out in the backyard. He gets dressed and he goes to Miss Mary's house until sundown, right? I know his routine. And Robin know the routine because Miss Mary is her stepmom, not her stepmom, godmama, right? So we both know the schedule. So I got a little pump in me. I got a little courage, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay. Next weekend, we're gonna invite the boys over. We're gonna invite Treetop and we're gonna invite Pee Wee over to the house, and we're just gonna, I don't know, we're gonna do teenage stuff. We're just gonna invite them over or whatever. So she was like, cool, I'm excited. Like, I've been wanting to spend time with him. Now, I told y'all it's a year later. I don't know what Miss Robin been doing during the school year when she wasn't with me. You know, I don't know if she's met Treetop personally already. I don't know that stuff. I just know what she do when she was at my house these summers. So she's pumped. She's like, yeah, I can't wait to meet Treetop. Oh, he's so fine. Like, them two pretty much was in love. I'm going to just be honest. Them two she was talking about him all the time. That's what it was. I was a little excited too because Pee Wee was getting a little frustrated, telling me that I was a little girl and that I'm sheltered and I'm scary, and I should have, you know, again, 15-year-old Londa, just like, I'm not scary. I'm not a little girl. Yes, I was. Yes, I was. I was very much a little girl. I should have stayed in a little girl's place. Right. So I I just was excited because he had been asking to see me for the longest, and I had been gaslighting and lying to him, ghosting him, blocking him, like, just, it was ridiculous, right? So it's like a long time has been coming, and he was excited. So now the next weekend has come, and it's Saturday morning. Pop gets up, like I told y'all, he gets up at 6 a.m. He eats a little oatmeal. He read the newspaper. He take Princess the dog out in the back. Rest in peace, Princess. I miss my little wiener dog. Anyways, he take Princess out in the back and he gets ready and go to Miss Mary's house. So this whole time while Pop is in the shower getting ready, me and Robin is like, yes, hurry up and leave. Hurry up and go. Go. Get out. Get out, because we had a whole day planned with our dudes, right? So Pop leaves. It's like 9:30. He leave a little late this morning. I remember because we thought he wasn't going to leave. We was getting a little nervous. So it was like 9:30, 10-ish when he leave out the house. We hear him on the phone talking to Miss Mary. She, you know, he was like, I'm on my way, blah, blah, blah. He gets in the truck. Pop leave. Soon as we see him hit that corner, I was like, Robin, call your dude. I'm going to call my dude so they can start heading here. She called him. I called Pee Wee. I'm like, hurry up, babe. Like, come over here. Hurry up. Get on the bus, boy. So he was like, I'm already on my way. Like, I'm like 20 minutes away. Like, what's good? I only got to get on another bus and I'm walking down to your house. You know? So I was like, okay, I'm getting nervous. The reason why I'm getting nervous, not really because I'm not really scared to see him. Y'all, I'm a pretty girl. I've always had a little weight on me, but I've known that I've always been pretty. You know what I'm saying? So I never really had issues meeting men. I was nervous about Pop. I was nervous that my daddy was going to come home, right? So I'm anxious, y'all. I'm anxious. I'm like, okay, well, you need to hurry up. Like, and now I'm rushing him. I'm like, hurry up. He's like, I'm 20 minutes away. I already left my house or whatever. Chill. So I was like, okay. I go talk to Robin. I'm like, Robin, what Treetop? She was like, oh, yeah, he's just leaving the house. He got to get on the bus. We're teenagers, right? We're teenagers. Nobody have a car. It takes time. So we in the living room. I actually, like, you know, swept a little bit, put Princess in a cage, child. We were just trying to get the little living room all smelling good or whatever, just doing the extra. The house was clean, but we just doing a little extra, whatever. And the whole time I'm about to have a heart attack because every time I tried to sneak a boy in the house, it never went right. So 10 minutes go by, my heart is racing. 20 minutes go by, my heart is racing. Pee Wee called my little phone. He was like, yo, I just got off the bus at the bus stop. What house you stay at? So I'm like, oh, Robin, Pee Wee said he down the street. So I was like, if you buy this gas station, the Sonico gas station, you can just walk right down the street. You can see my daddy duplex. If you just look right down the street, it's a purple duplex. You can see it. So he in the middle of the street. He's like, oh, I see it. So I tell Robin, I'm like, oh, Pee Wee down the street, girl. I'm so scared. Like, I'm so scared. What is Treetop? Because I was just like, I don't want to be the only one, like, at the house with my dude. Like, where is Treetop? He called Treetop. Treetop was like, I'm like 5 minutes away. I'm about to get off at the bus stop. You told me to. So she was like, okay, Treetop is like 5 minutes away. I'm like, okay, cool. So I could see this guy walking down the street, y'all. I could see this guy walking down the street. So I'm standing on my daddy porch. Like I told y'all, if you stand on my daddy porch, you can see right to the avenue down the street. I could see him walking down the street. Just this guy. So I'm like, bloom, 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 about to have a heart attack because I know what I'm doing is wrong. I have no goddamn business bringing this boy to my house. I knew better. Every time I snuck a boy in the house, I got caught or something went left. So I was like, what the hell am I doing? Like, I should meet him halfway and we just go somewhere. Maybe we should all go chill at the park. Why am I bringing him here? It's just all these thoughts, but he's getting closer and closer. As he getting closer, what the fuck? So, as he getting closer, he looked like what you want to call an uncle baby. That's what I want to call it, an uncle baby. An uncle baby is somebody who, y'all ever seen somebody, I think I described this in another story. Y'all ever seen somebody who looks old and young at the same time? An uncle baby. Like he had, like, I don't understand. Like his body his body frame was young, but in the face he was giving very much like 22. Now mind y'all, I'm 15 at the time. So 22 was kind of old for me. I'm 31 now. 22 is a baby. But back when I was 15, that was old. He looked like an uncle baby. And if he was 20 or 22, he looked like he had a rough life. Like he been smoking a pack of cigarettes today. Like he been hitting a crack pipe. Like he's just been homeless or something. She been throwing boulders all his life. He looked like it was rough. Even if he was 20 years old. I want y'all to understand what I'm saying. His body frame was young. His face look old. What the hell? So he getting closer, and my smile is turning to a frown, and Robin is standing there, and I'm getting embarrassed because my girl, she gonna see my little old uncle baby nigga. So I'm too stunned to speak. I was like, okay, this don't look like the pictures he sent me, but whatever. He's here now. So he walks up to the gate. I have to walk to the end of the gate down the sidewalk. Robert is still sitting on the porch. I know she is talking about me in her head. I meet him to the end of the thing. Now, when I approached him closely, he was not ugly. He was still handsome. He still was an uncle baby. His body frame was like a young dude, but he had a little age in his face. A little, you know what I'm saying? So I just couldn't be what I'm supposed to do at this point. What I should have done was just be like, well, I think my dad is coming. I think that you should leave. That's what I should have did, but I didn't because he was here now. What are we going to do? So I'm talking to him. I invite him on the porch. We're sitting outside talking. Robin get a phone call and it's Treetop. Treetop like, yo, I'm at the bus stop. Where you want me to where your house at? So she's like, if you by the gas station at the Sunoco, if you look right down the street, you should be able to see my goddaddy purple duplex. So he's like, oh, I see it. So, me and Pee Wee on the porch, we talking. I'm trying to be ladylike. I'm being, a good host. I'm talking to him. I sit on his little leg or whatever, and we just talking on the porch. We outside, we talking. It's a vibe. It's cool. We could see another guy coming down the street. So I tell people, I'm like, yeah, my Robin and little boo thing is coming too. We could all just hang out and chill. He was like, cool. Treetop is getting closer. All I see is a Slim Jim. All I see is the cinnamon stick that's on the damn cereal box. He was so skinny and tall. Treetop. His head looked like a microphone. He had like a little afro. He was just a cinnamon stick, just skinny and tall. He also was not ugly though. So he get to the end of the fence just like Pee Wee did. Robin go greet him. Hey, babe, they kissy poo. He walks up on the porch where me and Pee Wee was. So now it's us four. Right now it's okay. We're all talking. Pee Wee, Treetop, hey, how you doing? I'm this, I'm that. How you doing? Whatever. And it was cool. But the whole time, blah, 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 blah. Why? Because I could see that black truck pull up any damn time. So the whole time, I'm trying to act cool. I'm trying to act like everything fine. But I was about to have a heart attack, y'all. Understand. Have y'all experienced anything when you was a teenager? Like when you try to sneak somebody in your house, like your girlfriend or your boyfriend, y'all know that feeling, that scary feeling. It's worse than finding out your partner cheated on you. I'm telling you, that fear of your parents is something serious. So I was scared. I was trying to keep it together, but the whole time I'm about to faint right on the porch, like. So like an hour go by, y'all. This is Miami. It's now it's like I said, it was like, let's say 10 o'clock, 10:30 when they came. Now it's like 11:30, 12. Y'all know that's the hottest of the day. The sun is beaming on us. It's hot. We need to go inside of the house. So I'm like, I didn't want to, but I'm like, okay, y'all, let's go in the house. Let's get something to drink and cool off in the AC. Of course, they all wanted to do it. So we get in the house and the boys sit on the couch. Me and Robin go inside of the kitchen. We pour them some Kool-Aid. I pour me some sweet tea. And they just watching TV. It was a game on that day. I remember them just watching the TV and me and Robin in the kitchen. Now, me and Robin in the kitchen talking. And like I told y'all, Robin was a little more open to the boys than I was. She really liked Treetop. She was a little more open. She was a little more mature than I was. She was a little more, Robin was a little more. I'm trying to be nice. I'm being nice. I'm being nice. I'm trying to find it. I'm trying to find it. She was a little more spicy than I was. She was a little more experienced. She was a little more experienced than I was. So we in the kitchen talking, and eventually the conversation was, "Hey, can you and Pee Wee go on the porch while me and Treetop, you know what I'm saying, stay in the house?" So I was like, "Girl, what?" She was like, "Yeah, can you and Pee Wee go on the porch while me and Treetop?" Okay. So I was like, "Okay, it's hot as hell. We could chill. Okay, cool." So something in me was just telling me, Yolanda, don't do this. Yolanda, do not do this. Like, girl, it is not worth it. Do not do this. Every time when my spirit tells me to do stuff, sometimes I didn't listen. And that's why I had a hard teenage life. And I caused a lot of turmoil to myself when I just did not listen. But I was like, okay, my god sister want to knock her boots. She want to do what she want to do. It have nothing to do with me. Okay, me and Pee Wee would go on the porch and we would just give you your privacy, girl. So I had, tell Pee Wee, I'm like, Pee Wee, bet, let's go on the porch for a little bit or whatever, and let Treetop and Robin had a little one-on-one time. He was like, dog, it's hot outside. I was like, yes, I understand, but it's a tree right here. We could just pull the chairs under the tree with our Kool-Aid or whatever and my tea, and we can just chill. He was like, man, I don't really want to do that. We've just been out there for like an hour, but it's cool. It's your choice. I'm here for you. So I was like, thank you, baby. Let's go outside. So we go outside. At 15, y'all, I was not smoking no trees. I was oblivious to the Mary Jane. I only knew about cigarettes and stuff. I was oblivious to drugs at 15. But he was smoking his little twig, right? We under the tree. So I'm vibing, we talking about the party line. We laughing about stuff that we done said on there, the people we done met on there, just talking about the party line and just teenage stuff. And I'm still skeptical that he's a teenager, right? So we talking, and I did ask him, I'm like, I think you very handsome, but you do look a little older in the face. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, baby girl, I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't 16, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to be 20 or whatever, but I really like you, whatever. You finna be 20. Now, like I said, 20 is a baby. But when I was 15 years old, 19 about to be 20, and it looked like you had a rough life, that's a big lie to me. But he butted the 15-year-old Londa up, and he was like, baby girl, it's okay. And he butted your girl up. So I'm still sitting on his lap under this tree while he's smoking his tree, and time is passing by. Now, mind you, I did go to the back door, like in the kitchen, and I peeked through the window to make sure Robin was straight or whatever. They just in the kissing or touching or whatever. I didn't really bother them or whatnot. So some time is going by. Me and Pee Wee is just under the tree. We're vibing. Some time go by. Maybe an hour and a half. I go knock on the door, and I see Robin is... My god sister is hot. She is in the kitchen on fours. She's in the kitchen on all fours doing... So I closed the front door immediately. I was like, oh my God, too much for my eyes. So I go walk back over to Pee Wee. I'm like, yeah, they is doing something or whatever. We gonna chill out here for like a 30 more minutes, right? The thought of my pop coming back had done totally left my mind because we all having a good time. I'm outside chilling with my dude. She doing what she doing. The thought of my pop coming back had exited my mind because, like I said, he comes back when the sun go down. It was only like 2 in the afternoon. You know, that fear kind of exited my brain. You know, I'm chilling now. So maybe like another hour after that, Pee Wee had done wrote him another little he out there, right? And I'm just like, okay, you know, how long they finna be in there? And as soon as I had that thought, y'all, as soon as I had the thought of how long Robin was gonna be inside, remember how I told y'all I could see the avenue from the front porch? Y'all, I seen this black truck. He had the stop sign way on the end. So my heart stopped. It literally stopped. Y'all know how y'all heart stopped when you finna get in trouble? It stopped. So I'm looking at the stop sign down the street because it's a black avalanche. It's a lot of those in Miami. Plus, it was a dude on the next block used to have the same truck as my dad, and I always thought it was him. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wait till he get to the next stop sign. He's straight coming to the house. My heart, I'm about to die, y'all. So I tell, you know, I act fast. So I tell Pee Wee, I say, Pee Wee, I said, you might want to go ahead and walk down the street. Like, go ahead and walk down the street real fast. Like, walk down the street. So he ain't waste no time, y'all. He grabbed his little stuff. He exited the gate and Pee Wee started walking down the street while my daddy was at the stop sign. My daddy probably didn't see Pee Wee. You feel me? So when I see my daddy truck getting closer to the next stop sign, mind you, like I say, Pee Wee hit it. I ain't have to tell Pee Wee twice. So I see my daddy truck coming down the stop sign. I go to the front door. I open it. I'm like, Robin, Pop coming, Pop coming. So she heard me get up and she put on her clothes, right? So I'm like, Pop coming, Pop coming. So Pop, it was Pop. He came in front of the duplex and he parked. So I had to open the front door and I'm whispering to Robin and Treetop. So my first thought was to be like, hide him in my room, in my closet or whatever. But my daddy be going in there sometime because he had stuff up in my closet. Like, he had like little stuff up in my closet sometime. But I was like, nah, what if he go in my closet? So all of this I'm thinking about in like 20 seconds. So I'm like, Robin, like Pop is coming. So normally my daddy would get out the truck and lock it, walk to the front. That was his routine. I'm standing on the front porch. My daddy get out the truck. And so I'm thinking Robin was gonna have Treetop go out cause in the kitchen, y'all, it was the back door. So I'm thinking in my head, cause she been in my house for years. That's my god sister. She supposed to be with the program. She supposed to know the routine. So I'm thinking when Pop get out the truck and he lock it, I'm thinking as soon as she hear that, she would have Treetop exit out the back door with the kitchen at and have him run, right? Cause Pop would be walking to the front of the house. Makes sense, y'all? Even y'all can figure this out. I'm thinking Robin on board. So Pop get out his truck and he and Pop goes to the back damn door. Pop open that damn gate and he's headed to the back damn door. So when I see him, like, instead of him coming to the front of the duplex and he's going to the back, I instantly open the front door because I was finna tell Robin and Treetop, I was finna say, hurry up and come this way. But y'all, before I can even open the door, I heard Pop opening the back door. Now, mind you, Robin and Treetop was still in the kitchen. Pop opened the door. Now, mind you, Robin is his goddaughter. It's not his daughter, so he didn't do anything. Pop was just like, Robin, who is this? So Robin is shocked. I'm standing up. I'm shocked because I wasn't caught with my guy. Pee Wee was probably gone at the park somewhere looking at us. Pee Wee was gone. So Pop was just looking at Robin like, who this is? Y'all got in my house. So I'm standing at the door. I'm shocked. I'm stuck because Robin, why didn't you? I don't know. It just went downhill, y'all. Like, even if she had him go out the back door, he didn't make it to the front door in time. We just shouldn't have did that shit. You feel me? So Pop, like I said, Robin was not his daughter. So he didn't put his hands on her or nothing like that. He was just like, you got this dude in my house. Like, y'all, I trusted y'all. First of all, why you saying, well, y'all? Because I was respectful enough to not do nothing in the house. And we were outside the whole time. You feel me? But I'm not going to out my sister like that. So He kept saying, I trust y'all, and y'all doing this while I'm gone, and I got these boys in my house. He talking to her like that or whatever. So, he tell Treetop, he was like, yo, get out of my house, whatever. Treetop didn't think twice. He got out the house and he left. So, it's like quiet. We sitting in the living room, be quiet. I'm looking at Robin like, you stupid bitch. So I'm sitting in the living room. Now, mind you, I was scared, but not really, because he didn't catch me with nobody. But he caught her. So we sitting on the couch. He leaves. He come back. Guess who he come back with? Miss Mary. Miss Mary is Robin's godmom. So he brought Miss Mary to deal with Robin's ass. And when I say Miss Mary drug Robin from front door to back door to kitchen door to the window to the walls, she drug her all up and down them halls. Like, seriously, she beat her ass. She beat her real bad, y'all. I felt so bad. I felt so bad. So after that, could you believe Robin's mom said that I was a bad influence? Could you believe this lady said I was a bad influence? She said that she can't come to my house no more during the summers because I was a bad influence. I had Robin out on the party line, and I was the one called those boys to the house and had Robin in the house on all fours in my kitchen. Her mama said that it was my idea. And you know what? My pop stood up for me. Yep, my daddy stood up for me. My daddy said, you know what? I like Robin. I love Robin because she's a child. But your daughter is the hot ass one. My daughter, I know my daughter ain't perfect because my daddy answered the phone for boys call me all the time. One thing my dad never did was stop me from being a girl. But I was a good, I wasn't a hot girl. He told that lady, it ain't my damn daughter. Your daughter is the hot ass. He was just like going off on her and like telling her like, it's not my daughter. Your daughter is the hot ass one. I caught her in the house with a boy, not my daughter, and all kind of stuff. And she told my son she don't want her at my house no more because I was a bad influence. Excuse me? Long story short, child. After my daddy straightened Robin mama, it was no pressure. She eventually kept coming to my house. We eventually kept having summers. And yeah, it's going to be like another story to this because we kept seeing Treetop and Pee-wee, y'all. Now, like, I'm going to wrap this up because Pee-wee ended up getting on the bus. He said once he seen my daddy truck pull up, he hopped on the bus and he left. Treetop, he left too, and they still continued talking. And yeah, something went down with them two because them two ended up becoming cool. Treetop and Pee-wee. And yeah, I'm going to end the story right there. And y'all, if you enjoyed this story time, leave y'all comments down below. Talk to me nice. Like my video. Hype me up. Subscribe to the channel if you already not. Hit y'all notification bells. All that good stuff. And until next time, y'all. Peace.